Well, let me show you some of the differences between the two Festool ETS 125 sanders. I'll start with the old model first. This is the ETS 125 EQ. Now it has 200 watts of power, which is almost 2 amps. It's 1.67 amps of power. And it has a 2mm stroke. The motor has brushes on it. 27mm dust port, variable speed control on the back, and on the front you have your on-off switch. Now the ETS EC 125. It has a brushless motor, which gives you 400 watts of power, which is 3.3 amps. It's a very powerful finish sander. The 3 on the top represents a 3mm stroke. 27mm dust port with the variable speed control on the side and your power switches up on the front. And you can tell between the two sanders that they've changed the look, the body style of the sanders. The new ETS has a low profile body to it, which makes it easy to use and very comfortable in your hand. One of the key features that I really like about the ETS EC 125 is the brake. Let me demonstrate the pad brake for you. And as soon as I hit the button to turn it off, the pad stops. And here's the old ETS 125. Okay? Now to be honest with you, wasn't sure how I would like the pad brake. I didn't think it was a feature that I really needed in a sander. But I've been using the sander since December now, and it took a little while to get used to. I would hit the button, turn it off, and kind of wait for it to stop. And then after a while, I just hit the button, I just set it down, and I walk away. So it really is a nice feature. Another feature that's changed on the sander is how you change the pad. The new ETS 125, one bolt holding the pad on, whereas the old ETS 125 has 4 bolts on. The sanding pads that are available for the new ETS 125, it comes with the long life sanding pad. You can get a super soft and a hard pad. There's no hard pad available for the old ETS 125. Again, it's only 200 watts with a 2mm stroke. I'm not going to put 60 or 40 grit paper on here on the old ETS 125. It's not going to remove material that fast. But with the new ETS EC 125, a more powerful motor, therefore you have that ability to use a lower grit paper and have it remove more material for you. Now, one of the things that I like about the old ETS 125 is the ability to use the turbo bag. Now, you would use this turbo bag, say, if you have something really small you want to sand, you don't want to take the dust extractor and the hose and haul it off to the location that you're sanding. All you need to do is connect the turbo bag, and you're going to get good dust collection with the turbo bag. One of the things that I liked about using the turbo bag is the ability to capture dust to make my own wood filler. So I have a couple bags set up for maple and walnut and mahogany. So I can capture that dust inside the bag, sprinkle a little bit out onto a board, take some wood glue, mix it up, and make my own wood filler if needed. Now there's a safety feature with the new ETS EC 125, to whereas if you have no dust collector hooked up to it, the unit will not start. There's a little sensor here on the dust port. It won't start until I connect the hose. And if the hose comes off while you're sanding, the sander shuts off automatically. Now, it's very easy to turn this feature on and off. Right now, my speed is at 6, and it will not start. Okay, so what I'm going to do to turn this safety feature off, press and hold the power button until it beeps, and I'm going to turn the dial from 6 to 1. After a beep, go from 1 to 6. And now that safety feature is off. Okay, so now to turn the safety feature on to where you have to have a hose hooked up to it, I'm going to press the power button, the sander's going to turn on, then I'm going to press and hold the power button and wait for a beep when the sander turns off. Now I'm going to take the dial from 6 to 1. You have the beeps, now it's set, and it will not come on without the dust extractor. The old ETS 125, it's still a really good sander, but upgrading to the new ETS EC 125 for me was worth it. I like the features, and I really like the power that the new sander has. I like the low profile and the grip. For me, all around, this was a really nice upgrade, and Festool did a really great job improving the ETS sander. I get asked a lot which sander I would recommend to somebody, and it's really difficult for me to tell somebody what they need tool-wise. So as far as a recommendation, once a month or once in a while, DIY hobbyist guys looking to get into the Festool line of sanders, the old ETS 125, it's a really good option for you. Great dust collection, but remember that it is a finished sander. I would not recommend using 40 and 60 grit with it and expecting to remove a lot of material fast. Yes, you could use all the different grits with the sander, but it's limited to what it was designed for. Whereas some of you guys who are like me, you're out in your shop a lot more and you do a lot more sanding. If you're looking for a finish sander with a lot of power that can easily handle all the different grits and produce a really nice sanding surface, you should check out the new Festool ETS EC 125. They come in different sizes too. I'm a 5-inch pad type of guy. I've always used a 5-inch pad, so that's what I'm used to. You can get it in a 6-inch or 150 millimeter pad as well. If you would like more information about either one of these sanders, check the description box below. There is a link to festoolproducts.com where you can get more information. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you around.